Hi, it's Graham Wilson here. I want to share a little story with you I first heard a few years ago, which I think is really relevant for today's world. And I really hope it's going to help you to really think about the right mindset to be able to thrive in these tough conditions we're facing at the moment. It's very easy in difficult situations for us to allow the cortisol and adrenaline to take over our natural stress responses. And the actual kickstart of that is good to get us thinking, take us action. But if we let it overwhelm us and take over our bodies, it's very easy to get to a point where the thinking part of our brains are switched off and it's just impossible for us to actually think and get out of the situation and make some really good decisions. So it's very easy to actually get into overwhelm and start worrying. And once we get into that cycle, it's a downward cycle and we get into blame and victim mode and we're not going to be really creative for ourselves or family or our organizations. So this little story that I heard a few years ago, which I think is really apt today, is around this concept of the right mindset. So what you need to do is you need to go out and actually get a really good, solid, nice cardboard box, a bit like a shoe box. And what I'd like to do is to bring it into the house, and I'd like you to be able to get the box and take all the wrapping out, get all the innards out and actually get it there nice and clean and actually then carefully cut a hole in the top. So it's a bit like a letter box, let's say. And on the side of it, I'd like you to write the family worry box in big letters, big black marker pen. And this box is going to be for you and all your family that anytime you catch yourself worrying, you're that sort of gut feel or that worry or the anxiousness or a little bit of overwhelm coming in, a bit of guilt or a bit of worry comes in. What I'd like you to do is just stop and reflect for a moment, think about what's going on and what's triggering you, and actually write it on a piece of paper, like a card or a post-it note or something like that, and just write on there. And your family can do that as well, your children, your partners, all that. Can actually then write on there, put the worry into the box, and then carry on with your life. And the idea behind it is over, let's say, a 2 to 3 week period, what you can do is after 3 weeks, you can have a family get together on a Sunday evening or something like that, where you all get together and it's tea and cake and all that sort of stuff. And it's a nice collection of family members there. And you're all sat around the worry box and you take the lid off and you look inside and you'll see, of course, there will be lots of bits of paper with writing on there. What you can then do is lay all those bits of paper out on the table and just have a little look at how many of those actual worries actually materialized, how many of them actually happened, and how many didn't. And what you find when you do this, and this is the moral of the story, is that 95% of your worries had never happened. So 95% of the things you're worrying about are not going to happen. 5% are going to happen anyway. So the moral of the story is, why worry if they're going to happen anyway? Focus on the positive. Focus on what you can do. Focus on the controllables. Make sure that you've got the right chemistry inside the body. Let's keep these positive mindsets going. Let's think about our loved one. Let's support them. And let's make sure that we're actually making the right decisions. You have to be in the right mindset, full of vitality and energy and positivity in order to actually get the right decision. So in these troubled times, let's switch ourselves out from all the scaremongering that's happening on social media and really focus on what matters. And what matters is you, your family, your loved ones, your community, and the people around you. And let's go out there and show some care, let's collaborate, and let's make a big difference. So go out there, get your cardboard box, get a worry box, do a bit of research, think about it, and realize actually that you need to focus on the things that really matter, not the things that are going to overwhelm you and consume you. So let's keep positive out there, let's keep fighting, and let's really go for it. Bye for now.